Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we are going to talk about solving quadratic equations by completing the square. As you see on the screen, guys, the positive square root of the number a is indicated by what? By square root of a. And the negative square root of the number a is indicated by negative square root of a. And there's some information before take any equation or before solving any equation, guys. Let me explain it them. 3 to the power of 2 equals 9. Why? Because 3 to the power of 2, it means 3 times 3 and equals 9. And also here, guys, negative 3 to the power of 2 equals 9, because negative 3 times negative 3 equals what? Negative times negative equals positive, guys. And also, we explained this kind of the questions, guys, in the previous lessons. And 3 times 3 equals 9. The result is positive 9. And 3 here, it says equals square root of 9. You know why? When you take the square root of any perfect number, what's the perfect number, guys? Perfect number, when you multiply two similar number, the result is perfect number. Like 3 times 3 equals 9, 4 times 4 equals 16, etc. This kind of the results are perfect number. And square root of 9 also equals what? Equals square root of 3 to the power of 2. And you can cancel out square root radical expression with the power of 2. What's left, guys? 3. That's why square root of 9 equals 3. And square root, we have square root rule. As you see here, algebra. If a square equals a and a is a positive real number, then x equals what? Positive negative square root of a. That's all, guys. Let me explain this one by the example one. Number one. Number one, as you see here. Yes. Let's solve the first question, guys. Using square roots to solve x squared equals what? A. Solve each equation. You have A, B, C. Let's start by A. Here it says x squared equals 16. You see, guys, 16 is a perfect square. Now let's take the square root to both sides. You can say square root of x squared and square root of plus minus, guys, plus minus square root of what? Let me clean this one. Equals plus minus. As a rule, guys, square root of 16. And here, guys, you can cancel out the power of 2, the radical expression. What's left? X. And also, you want to find the value of x. And don't forget the plus over minus. It means plus or minus. The square root of 16, guys, you know, equals what? Equals square root of 4 to the power of 2. You can cancel out power of 2, the radical expression. The result is 4. And that's why square root of 4, 16 equals plus or minus 4. That's all for the letter A. Letter B. X must be from one side, the numbers, or the others will be the other side. That's why before, first, what should you do? You are gonna subtract 4 to both sides. Subtract 4 to both sides because you want to cancel out positive 4. Positive 4, negative 4 equals 0. What's left? X squared equals 0 minus 4 equals negative 4. Can you solve this question, guys? No, because negative 4 is not a real number. There's no anything like square root of negative number. This is not a real number or negative 4. That's why the result, you can say there's no solution because negative 4 is not a real number. Letter C. For x squared, negative 25 equals 0. As you said before, we are gonna add 25 to both sides. You can cancel out negative 25 with positive 25. What's left? 4x squared equals 0 plus 25 equals 25. And now, guys, you have a coefficient as a 4, and coefficient must be 1. Then you are going to take the inverse operation, 4 times x squared. If you want to cancel 4, you are going to divide it by 4. Both sides divided by 4. And you can cancel 4 over 4. You can cancel out. And what's left? X squared equals what? 25 over 4. And let's take the square root to both sides. Positive, negative over negative. And the result, you can cancel out to the radical expression. X equals what? Positive over or negative what? Square root of 25. 5 square root of 4. 2. The result will be x equals plus or minus 5 over 2. That's all for the that's all for the example 1, letter A, B, C. Let's go to the other kind of the question, or the other kind. It calls trinomial. Trinomial, guys. This is a trinomial and completing the square. One of the kind of the completing the square. When a trinomial is, here it says, when a trinomial is a perfect square, there's a relationship between the coefficient of the x term, this one, and the constant, this one. And here, guys, what should you do first? If you have the trinomial like that, you're going to take negative 8 over 2 as a power of 2, and the result, as you see, equals 16. You are going to add it to both sides. And after that, after the words, guys, let me explain this one, and then I'm going to explain by the example. Completing the square words. To complete the square of the x squared plus bx and b over 2 as a power of 2, guys, this is a rule. To the expression, this will form a perfect square. Let's explain more about the example, guys, or by the example 3, solving the square, the equation x squared plus bx equals c by completing the square, solve by completing the square. Let's start. Active the pen first. You see, guys, we have x squared plus 14x equals 15. First of all, as we said before, what should you do? You are going to take this number. You're going to take 14. You can say 14 over 2 as a power of 2 equals what? 14 divided by 2 equals 7. 7 to the power of 2 equals 49. You are going to add it 49 to both sides, here and here. Let's do it. X squared plus 14x equals what? And also plus what? Plus 49 equals 15 plus 49. We're going to add 49 to both sides. And you see, guys, this becomes a perfect trinomial. This is a perfect trinomial. Why we take the coefficient of x and divide it by 2, also to the power of 2, just to get the perfect trinomial. Now we have the perfect trinomial, as you see here, and 15 plus 49 equals what? 64. Let's write x squared x squared equals what? Plus 14x plus 49 equals 64. And you know, guys, if you had the perfect trinomial, what should you do? You're gonna write the factor of each term. X times x, and this one 7 times 7. And for this one, guys, we are going to take one of them here and one of them here, and 2 times one of the factor of x and one of the factor of 49. 2 times x times 7. And after that, what should you do? You are going to take one factor from the first one and plus here, guys, what do you have in this? In here, you are going to just write down, bring it down, plus what? One of the factors of 49 equals 7 as a power of 2 equals what? 64. Now, guys, we have x plus 7 as a power of 2, just like x squared. And what should you do? Let's take the square root. Let's take the square root to both sides. X plus 7 as a power of 2 equals 64. Take the square root to both sides, plus or minus. Here becomes, we're going to cancel out this one, becomes x plus 7 equals plus or minus square root of 64 equals 8. And first, let's find the value of x. Don't stop, guys. You have to find the value of x. First one, you can say x plus 7 equals 8, or x plus 7 equals negative 8. And here you can say x equals what? Let's move 7 to other side, or subtract 7 to both sides. Becomes what? 8 minus 7 becomes 1. The result is 1. Or x equals, when you move to other side, becomes negative 8. Negative 7 equals negative 15. The result is x equals 1 or x equals negative 15. And that's all for the first example. And the second one, later we guys, let me clean the screen because you don't have enough space. Look at here. We have x squared minus 2x minus 2 equals 0. What should you do to get the perfect trinomial? As we said before, we are going to take negative 2, this one, divided by 2, and as a power of 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 equals negative 1. Negative 1 to the power of 2 equals 1. Why? Because negative 1 times negative 1 equals 1. And let's add 1 here and here to both sides. X squared minus 2x minus 2 and equals 0. Let me change the color, guys. Added 1 here, added 1 for this side. And let's continue, guys. X minus 2x minus 2 plus 1 equals 1 equals negative 1. X squared minus 2x negative 2 plus 1 equals negative 1 equals 0 plus 1 also equals 1. And now again, guys, you have the perfect trinomial. You see, 1 is a perfect trinomial because 1 created by 1 times 1. And also x squared created by x times x. You are going to write the factors of each term. 1 times 1 and 2 times x times 1. And you are going to add, you are going to bring, or we are going to take one of this factor and one of this, one of the factors of x squared and one of the factors of 1 becomes x, and also just bring down this operation or this sign, x minus 1 to the power of 2 equals 1. Here, guys, what do you have? We have the square root, you have the power of 2, and let's take square root to both sides. We're going to take square root to both sides. This is your cancel out power of 2, the radical expression. What's left, guys? X minus 1 equals plus or minus 1. And let's come here, guys, to finish or to find the value of x. The first, you can say x minus 1 equals what? Equals 1, or x minus 1 equals negative 1.